Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Good morning. Can you all say good morning?
Good morning.
Good morning. You guys look great. How's the view behind me here? It is pretty good, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us, and it's always a good day to be at the Louisville Zoo. And I can say in my time as mayor, I have spent a large amount of time here enjoying our zoo. It's a great, great zoo with world-class habitats and a world-class staff as well. Do you all like the zoo here? Do you like it a little bit or a lot? Well, that's good to hear. Okay, you never know when you ask these questions, but it is a great, great place. And now I've got two granddaughters about your all's age, so I'm looking forward to spending even more time at the zoo here coming up. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hand. And this is also the state's #1 nonprofit paid attraction, so we bring a lot of folks down here to the zoo. That's right. Now, one of the reasons is because we have a world-class staff here as part of the zoo team. And did you all know that this is National Zookeepers Week? Yeah, this is National Zookeepers Week, so we wanted to be sure to put the spotlight on the zoo and say thank you to the wonderful staff that we have here at the zoo. If you want to see dedication and passion for taking care of animals, you come to the Louisville Zoo. This is a unique job. There's not a lot of jobs like this around the city, Dan. So if you love animals, you want to work at the zoo. And that includes animal care and animal health teams who work really, really hard each and every day to make sure the zoo animals are happy and healthy, and then also take care of the guests that come through here at the zoo. So I want to acknowledge all of the zoo's terrific team members. It's an amazing team that's made possible all of the wonderful exhibits, the school programs, special events like Boo at the Zoo, animal births, and, of course, the beautiful grounds that we have here as well. So we've been blessed with some extraordinary leaders over the years. Of course, Dan Maloney is our current executive director at the zoo. And Dan, as I was coming here, let's give it up for Dan. We got also, remember, John Walzak, who preceded you by 3+ decades and has done a great job here as well. And it's a big team, but I also wanted to recognize Stephanie Moore and Steve Taylor, our assistant directors here that do so much for the zoo as well. So thank you guys. And Katie Dalinger, who's over here. She's Deputy Chief of Staff for the city, and she oversees the zoo for us. So Katie, thank you for the wonderful work you've done. I want to say that, I visit all of our different departments and agencies. There is no more place that has unique jobs than here at the zoo because of taking care of these animals. I mean, it's not like Public Works or the police department or the health department. They get to deal with human animals. Here they're dealing with what we think are the real outdoor animals here. It just takes a really unique skill set to be able to do that. This is a complex operation with lots of moving parts. So when you think about everything that's going on here, our zoo is an inclusive place for school children to learn about the amazing outdoors and amazing species. It's an animal wellness center. It's home for 1,100 rare and exciting animal residents. It's a remarkable event space. It's a family attraction for everybody. And it's a beautiful, beautiful botanical garden and conservation center as well. So there's a lot going on. And it is the state zoo for Kentucky. In fact, Louisville Zoo welcomed more than 857,000 guests this past fiscal year. So that's pretty strong. So I want to take a little walk down memory lane, if you'll indulge me here, as I'm getting close to my term as mayor here. And my first official zoo dedication was way back at the launch of the award-winning Glacier Run in April of 2011. It's still an extraordinary exhibit. And I remember seeing the wonder in the kids' faces as the bears returned. A few months later, we were back at Glacier Run to celebrate Kunnick. Great story, amazing story. A rescued wild-born 68-pound polar bear cub who had been abandoned on Alaska's North Slope, and UPS helped bring him back here to Louisville. And the expert staff at Glacier Run really stepped up to be her new caregivers, and now this 500-pound bear is thriving and is beloved by our entire community. It was just an amazing story that resulted in probably kind of not making it, but now it's 500-pound, beautiful, beautiful animal here. I was thrilled when we broke attendance records for the Glacier Run opening. We welcomed nearly 1 million people in fiscal year 2011, and for the Halloween party, welcoming over 920,000 guests in 2016. So there's a lot of folks that use this facility here. Some other highlights throughout these 12 incredible years together: we've opened the Snow Leopard Pass in the PNC Cub House. Colobus Crossing brought 2 new species to the zoo. The Harry S. Fraser Elephant Encounter and Exhibit expansion took place. Penguin Cove, when you see the cute little penguins in the Penguin Conservation Center. The Sloth Exhibit and Encounter. We launched the Community Access membership to help low-income families experience the zoo. We celebrated the zoo's 50th anniversary in 2019, right before the pandemic. We raised money for wildlife and the wildfires in Australia and for animal shelters during the Kentucky tornadoes in December of 2021. And through paid admissions, membership, and purchases, raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for conservation efforts around the world and right here at home as well. We opened a super inclusive, accessible playground with sensory features and became certified for sensory inclusion by Culture City. The list goes on. We successfully met the Association of Zoo and Aquariums accreditation standards twice. That's the gold standard for the industry. And then we launched a really, really innovative program with the Future Healers Got Zoo Buddies program with Christopher Tuvex. It's an innovative approach to assist children affected by gun violence that explores the healing and therapeutic power of the animals. And we were proud to be recognized just 2 weeks ago in Washington, D.C. by the FBI for the work that we're doing with the Healers Got Zoo Buddies. We've had a lot of celebrations here. We celebrated the country's oldest living gorilla, Helen, at Gorilla Forest. How old do you all think the oldest gorilla is here?
100.
100. More or less?
99.
99.
107.
107. How about 64?
200.
Do you think 64 is old?
Yes. No. 200.
I like you. I'm 64. You said no. Yeah. So 64 is pretty old. That's Helen. We celebrated the birthday of the zoo's most senior resident. This animal is our oldest resident here, Aldabra Tortoise Dot. So how old do you think she is?
103.
103?
200.
200.
107. 1,000. 107.
Not 1,000. More than 64. She is 86. 86. 86 years young. Close. We welcomed the births and celebrated the subsequent birthday of the great zoo celebrities like Gorilla Kindy and African Elephant Fitz. And then the efforts of our zookeepers and zoo team have resulted in numerous awards and achievements. Ranked the 12th best zoo in the United States of America. That's pretty strong. Top honors for the Glacier Run in exhibit design for 2012. And the Zoo's School at the Zoo program received the Education Award from the AZA. And the Dian Fossey Gorilla Fund and Partners received a prestigious award for International Conservation Program. And over the past 12 years, our zoo has grown in size and stature and is about ready to grow once again. So thanks to the strong fundraising by the Zoo Foundation Board, I want to thank all of our Foundation Board members and our Zoo Board members and the residents of Louisville who've supported the zoo. We just completed a budget allocation of $5 million from the city. The state's put in $10 million as well, so we're well on our way to a great new exhibit that'll be right over there called Kentucky Trails. So we're going to celebrate that. It's going to highlight native Kentucky species. So what you can see here is this is an extraordinary place that continues to improve and innovate with just tremendous, tremendous staff here that's helping us each and every way, and, of course, our beautiful animal friends. So last accomplishment, not last, but another accomplishment, I appointed the zoo's 5th director just this past year in its 53-year history, and that is Dan Maloney, who's going to come up and tell us more about what's going on, including Kentucky Trails. Welcome, Dan Maloney.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much. Well, I really appreciate being hired. Thank you for that. And I think after hearing all those amazing accomplishments, the only thing we can start doing is let's join me, guys. 12 more years. 12 more years. 12. No, goes by fast. Hey, really remarkable what has been accomplished in that time. I feel honored and thrilled to be the director here, and I appreciate all the help that Mayor Fisher and Deputy Chief of Staff Dalinger and the Deputy Mayor and all the people in the administration give us on a daily basis. A $5 million match is really extraordinary, and Kentucky Trails has been on our master plan since 2016. It is going to be one of the more unique features that we've ever added here. It'll have a natural feel. People will be able to move through bison herd and elk herd and get a chance to see a lot of the amazing, iconic wildlife behave in a natural way. Beavers making a dam. We're going to have flocks of turkeys, eagles, all these really remarkable animals, sometimes that we take for granted. They're here in our own backyard. Here are some of the images that we foresee for Kentucky Trails, but there'll be a big rickhouse hall for events and a paddle boat feature. We'll have a chance for people to touch a bison because that's always important. You've got to touch a bison on a daily basis, I think. Right, guys? Is that what you have to do? Yes, that is the picture. It was actually kind of a mock-up of what we envisioned, but we want everybody to care about the wildlife that's here. We want everybody to be able to appreciate these amazing animals, and we want people to be able to live better with the wildlife in their own backyard. That's what we see our mission being. We think wildlife needs everybody, and that's why we're inviting everyone to be on board. We want to be the most inclusive, the safest, the most fun and most engaging place anywhere. And Mr. Mayor, we look forward to seeing you in the future with Sophia and Penny and all of your amazing family coming out here. We expect you to be here on a regular basis. We're always, our door is always open to you, and we will never, ever forget what you've done for us here. I want to make sure I acknowledge Safira and Jordan and Kalani, the only Hawaiian hawk in North America, probably anywhere outside of Hawaii, and that's Craig and Maru, the snow leopards behind us as well. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Our wonderful staff, all our crazy and lovely students that come out here every day, and the camps that are here, and just we look forward to all these great things we're going to be doing in the next 12 years. So thank you so much for coming out, Mr. Mayor. Once again, big hand for Mayor Greg Fisher. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Dan. And again, really, really sincerely want to thank all of the staff members here at the zoo. It's a calling, too, because special needs oftentimes happen here, and the zoo staff is like right on top of it. They're just super dedicated, super passionate, and really make the magic happen here every day. So just encourage the public to get out this week, get out this month, and when you come to the zoo, thank everybody that works here. All right, thank you all for coming out. Any questions? Y'all are good? All right. Thanks very much. And thank you to our student leaders down here. Let's hear it for our young kids. All right. Thanks, everybody.